So today, let's take a closer look at something that isn't your everyday consumer gadget like a smartphone, TV, or a pair of earbuds, but it's every bit as important if you're working with heavy-duty machinery. This is the fuel injection pump compatible with NT855 diesel engines, part numbers 4,951,501 and 3,019,487. Now, if you're in the construction industry, heavy transport, or working with excavator engines, you know exactly how critical a fuel injection pump is. It's the beating heart of a diesel engine's fuel delivery system. And without it running smoothly, the entire machine's performance can suffer. When we talk about diesel engines, one of the first things that stands out compared to gasoline is efficiency, torque, and reliability. These engines are designed to perform under tough conditions and last for thousands of hours of operation. But a major part of that reliability comes down to the injection system. This pump is essentially what controls how much fuel gets into the combustion chamber, at what pressure, and at what timing. That's why it's not just a simple part swap. It's the type of component that decides whether your excavator or heavy-duty vehicle runs at peak efficiency or struggles to meet performance standards. So, what makes this replacement pump worth talking about? First, compatibility. It's designed specifically for NT855 diesel engines. These engines are widely used in construction machinery, mining equipment, power generators, and large industrial vehicles. The pump works as a direct replacement for part numbers 4,951,501 and 3,019,487. That means if you have an engine set up with either of those part codes, this pump will fit right in without complicated modifications. Now, durability is always a concern when it comes to replacement parts. A fuel injection pump is under constant stress, dealing with high pressures, constant flow, and heat. A weak or low-quality pump will fail quickly, and when it does, it's not just the pump that goes out. It can reduce engine efficiency, spike fuel consumption, and even cause long-term engine damage. That's why replacement quality matters here. This pump is designed with strict OEM-level standards in mind, so you're not compromising when swapping it in. One thing that I think is worth pointing out is how precise these systems have to be. Unlike carburetors or older fuel systems, diesel injection pumps aren't just pushing fuel into the cylinder. They are finely controlling injection timing to the millisecond and fuel atomization down to tiny droplets. That's how diesel engines maximize their power output while maintaining fuel efficiency. Any deviation in pressure or timing can result in inefficient combustion, more smoke, higher emissions, and lower engine power. With this pump, you're essentially restoring that precise factory-level operation. Let's also talk about installation. For mechanics or operators who've worked on these engines, replacing the pump isn't overly complicated, but it does require attention to detail. Proper alignment, calibration, and ensuring the timing is correctly set are all crucial. Once installed correctly, the difference in performance is immediate. Engines idle smoother, fuel burn efficiency improves, and operators notice better throttle response under load. For excavators in particular, this translates to more consistent power when digging, lifting, or moving heavy loads. Now, let's go into the bigger picture, why this pump matters in real-world use cases. Say you're running an excavator on a construction site. Downtime means lost money. If your machine stalls or runs poorly because of a faulty injection pump, you're not just looking at repair costs, you're looking at project delays, crew downtime, and overall lower productivity. A high-quality replacement part like this one ensures that your NT855 engine stays reliable and efficient, keeping projects on track. The NT855 itself is a pretty legendary engine platform. Known for its rugged build and long service life, it's found in a ton of heavy-duty applications. That's why there's such a high demand for quality replacement parts like this pump. It's not about reinventing the wheel, it's about keeping a proven system running at its best. Another key thing here is fuel efficiency. Diesel prices fluctuate constantly, and if you're running a fleet, even a small percentage drop in efficiency adds up to massive costs over time. By restoring proper injection pressure and timing, this pump helps you maximize every drop of fuel. That means fewer trips to refuel, lower operating costs, and fewer emissions. In today's world where fuel economy and sustainability are more important than ever, that's a win-win. I also want to highlight the build quality here.